आजचा टॉपिक शिकण्यापूर्वी आपल्याला या चॅप्टरमधील सुरुवातीच्या कॉन्सेप्ट्स माहिती असायला हव्यात. त्याकरिता आवश्यक व्हिडिओची लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्समध्ये दिलेली आहे. हाय फ्रेंड्स, फॉर consecutive last 2 lectures we are learning different applications of dimensions. मागच्या 2 लेक्चरपासून आपण डायमेन्शन्सचे उपयोग शिकत आहोत. या सिरीजमध्ये आपण आत्तापर्यंत डायमेन्शनचे 2 डिफरंट युसेज लर्न केले. त्याच सिरीजमधील डायमेन्शनचा तिसरं ॲप्लिकेशन आपल्याला आज शिकायचे. व्हॉट इज द थर्ड ॲप्लिकेशन? द थर्ड ॲप्लिकेशन ऑफ डायमेन्शन्स इज to establish relation between related physical quantities in a phenomenon. So while learning different phenomena in our day-to-day life, if we see that any physical quantity in that phenomenon depends on other physical quantities, then that dependence or that relation can be found out by using the dimensions. So let us elaborate this by one example. सो एखाद्या फिजिकल क्वांटिटीमधील किंवा एखाद्या फिजिकल फेनॉमेनॉनमधील डिफरंट फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज कशा एकमेकांसोबत निगडीत असतात किंवा एकमेकांशी कोणत्या प्रमाणामध्ये कनेक्ट झालेले असतात, रिलेट झालेले असतात, हे आपल्याला डायमेन्शन्स वापरून फाइंड करता येतं. डायमेन्शनचा हा उपयोग शिकण्याकरता आपण एक एक्झाम्पल सॉल्व करू. सो लेट अस कन्सिडर दॅट इट इज गिवन द पिरियड ऑफ ऑसिलेशन्स capital T of a simple pendulum depends on length L and acceleration due to gravity G. Establish relation between T, L and G. So all of you know pendulum. The pendulum has a vibrating length, oscillating length and a particle of mass called as bob. So this is the length of this bob, and when we disturb this pendulum from its mean position and release it, then it will perform oscillations about its mean position. सो अशा पद्धतीने असलेला एखादा दोलक किंवा पेंडुलम आपण त्याच्या मूळ जागेवरून डिस्टर्ब करून जर सोडून दिला तर तो त्याच्या मेन पोझिशन भोवती ऑसिलेशन्स परफॉर्म करतो. या डिस्टर्ब पोझिशनपासून निघून या दुसऱ्या बाजूच्या पोझिशनवर पोहोचण्याकरता आणि पुन्हा वापस या जागेवर येण्याकरता जितका वेळ लागतो या मोशनचा आपण एक ऑसिलेशन म्हणतो. एक ऑसिलेशन कंप्लीट करण्यासाठी जितका वेळ लागतो त्या वेळेला आपण या ऑसिलेशनचा टाइम पिरियड म्हणतो. वी कॉल दिस टू बी ॲज टाइम पिरियड. सो व्हेन एनी पेंडुलम इज डिस्प्लेस्ड फ्रॉम इट्स मीन पोझिशन and released, then it performs to and fro motion of its mean position. So in one oscillation the particle moves from, or the pendulum moves from the extreme position, positive extreme position, to the negative extreme position and then returns to positive extreme position again. One set of such motion is called as one oscillation. या पेंडुलमच्या या एवढी जी मोशन आहे या पोझिशनपासून निघून इकडे येणे आणि पुन्हा वापस इकडे येणे, याला आपण त्याचं एक ऑसिलेशन असं म्हणतो. एक ऑसिलेशन कंप्लीट करण्यासाठी पेंडुलमला जितका वेळ लागतो त्या वेळेला आपण त्याच्या मोशनचा टाइम पिरियड म्हणतो. प्रॅक्टिकली आपल्याला हे ऑब्झर्व करता येऊ शकतं की हा जो टाइम पिरियड आहे हा टाइम पिरियड डिपेंड आहे पेंडुलमच्या लेंथवर. सो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन दिस ऑसिलेटिंग लेंथ and this time period depends on the acceleration due to gravity which is given into this problem. तर आपल्याला हे ऑलरेडी दिलेलं आहे की हा टाइम पिरियड पेंडुलमच्या ऑसिलेटिंग लेंथ आणि ॲक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रॅव्हिटीवर डिपेंड आहे. तर आपल्याला टाइम पिरियड टी, ऑसिलेटिंग लेंथ एल अँड ॲक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रॅव्हिटी जी यांच्यातील रिलेशन फाइंड करायचं आहे. सो दिस रिलेशन कॅन बी फाउंड आउट बाय युझिंग दी डायमेन्शनल ॲनालिसिस. So we'll write first of all this equation that time period is function of length and acceleration due to gravity. Then we can write that from this that t is equal to let the proportionality constant be k, depends on length for x times and depends on g for y times. So this is our equation 1. तर आपल्या ऑब्झर्वेशनवरून किंवा आपल्याला दिलेल्या प्रॉब्लेमवरून जे आपण अशा पद्धतीने ही इक्वेशन लिहिल्यानंतर की टी इज फंक्शन ऑफ एल अँड जी, we can convert this into equation that t is equals to k into l raised to power x and g raised to power y, where x and y are some numbers the value of which we are required to calculate. So now let us write down the dimensions of these three equations, these three physical quantities. So here t is time period, so it is time, so its dimensions are L0, M0 and T1. This is equals to K into, now L is length and its dimensions are L1, M0, T0 raised to power x, and G is acceleration due to gravity. So let us put value of acceleration due to gravity. Dimensions of acceleration due to gravity are L1, M0, t raised to power minus 2 whole raised to power y. So in this equation we just put the value, the dimensions of time, length and acceleration due to gravity. So now we'll solve this. So using the formula a raised to power n whole raised to power m, we know that a raised to power n into m. So here it is l raised to power 1 which raised to power x. So this is k into l raised to power x. 1 into x is x. Now m raised to power 0 into x is 0. t raised to power 0 into x is 0. Similarly, now again using the same formula for this bracket also, here l raised to power 1 whole raised to power y. So this is l raised to power 1 into y. So l raised to power y, 1 into y is y. Now m raised to power 0 whole raised to power y, 0 into y is 0. t raised to power minus 2 into y is minus 2y. Now we will multiply these two brackets, and there again there is multiplication of some exponents. So using this rule that a raised to power n and b raised to power m is equals to, now using the relation a raised to power n into a raised to power m is equals to a raised to power n plus m. So we will multiply these two brackets using the same formula. So k in a bracket, so here it is l raised to power x into l raised to power y. L raised to power x into L raised to power y will give us L raised to power x plus y. So L raised to power x plus y. Now then m raised to power 0 into m raised to power 0 will be m raised to power 0 plus 0, so which is 0. Now here t raised to power 0 into t raised to power minus 2y, so this is equals to t raised to power 0 plus minus 2y, plus into minus is minus, so 0 minus 2y. Now further solving, we get k in a bracket l raised to power x plus y, m raised to power 0 and t raised to power minus 2y. So these are the dimensions on right hand side. On left hand side the dimensions are l raised to power 0, m raised to power 0 and t raised to power 1. Now for the correctness of this equation, the dimensions of these two terms must be same. We learn into our first use that for correctness of any physical equation, the dimensions of all terms must be same. What does this mean? Dimensions of length on left hand side and right hand side must be same. The dimensions of mass on both the sides must be same. Similarly, dimensions of time on left hand side and on right hand side should be same. So equating dimensions on both sides, so we get, so you can see dimensions of m are 0 on both sides. So there is no unknown in the dimensions of m. So now the dimensions of t on left hand side are 1 and dimensions of t on right hand side are minus 2y. These two must be same. Hence we say that minus 2y is equals to 1. This gives us value of y. So y is equals to minus 1 by 2. हा minus 2 इथे मल्टिप्लाइड आहे, इकडे जाऊन डिवाइड होईल, y is equals to minus 1 by 2. Now similarly equating dimensions of length on both the side. Here the dimensions of length are x plus y, and here the dimensions of L are 0, so we get x plus y should be equal to 0. Now we'll put the value of y is minus 1 by 2, so we get x plus into minus is minus, minus 1 by 2 is equals to 0. This gives us x is equals to plus 1 by 2. So we get value of y as minus 1 by 2 and value of x as plus 1 by 2, now which we will put into our equation 1. So this equation 1 turns to be t is equals to k into x raised to power, L raised to power x, means L raised to power 1 by 2 into g raised to power y, means minus 1 by 2. Now all of you know that a raised to power minus n is 1 upon a raised to power plus n. So here the g raised to power minus 1 by 2 means g will go into the denominator. So this is equals to k into L raised to power 1 by 2 upon g raised to power 1 by 2. Now the power 1 by 2 is square root, that is a raised to power 1 by 2 is square root of a. So this means L raised to power 1 by 2 and g raised to power 1 by 2 are the square root of L and g. So we get k into under root of L by g. So this is how we get the relation between time period and length and acceleration due to gravity, and the relation is t is equals to k into under root of L by g. Now from experiments we can find out the value of k. This comes to be equal to 2 pi, hence we get final relation, that is time period t is equals to 2 pi under root of L by g. This is how, by using the dimensions, by using the dimensional analysis, we can find out or we can establish relation between related physical quantities in a phenomenon. We will try to understand the same usage or application by one more example. Now let us learn this third usage of dimensional analysis with one more example. Now this time it is given that the hydrostatic pressure P of a liquid column depends upon density D, height of liquid column H, and on acceleration due to gravity G. Derive formula for P. So now it is our common understanding that if we consider a fluid at static filled in a container, समजा आपल्याला एखाद्या भांड्यामध्ये अशा पद्धतीने स्टॅटिक ठेवलेलं, स्थिर ठेवलेलं फ्लूइड दिलेलं असेल, तर या फ्लूइडच्या आतमध्ये कुठेही जर आपण एखादा पॉईंट घेतला, सो लेट अस कन्सिडर दिस as a point inside of this static liquid and let the level of this liquid above this point be equals to h. या पॉईंटच्या वर किती हाईट पर्यंत लिक्विड कॉलम आहे, तर तो समजा h एवढ्या कॉलम पर्यंत आहे. या लिक्विडची डेन्सिटी d आहे, तर या पॉईंटवर या स्टॅटिक फ्लुइडमुळे ॲक्ट होणारं जे प्रेशर आहे ते प्रेशर p डिपेंड आहे या फ्लुइडच्या डेन्सिटीवर. ते डिपेंड आहे त्या पॉईंटच्या वर असलेल्या फ्लुइडच्या कॉलमवर, हाईट ऑफ द लिक्विड कॉलम अबोव दिस पॉईंट, and it depends on acceleration due to gravity. So we have to find out what is the formula of pressure P in terms of D, H and G. तर आपल्याला जे या ठिकाणी दिलेलं आहे त्याच्यावरून आपण ही इक्वेशन लिहू शकतो, that P is function of density D, height h and acceleration due to gravity. So from this we can write as pressure P is equals to K into d raised to power x into h raised to power y into g raised to power z. Let it be our equation 1. Now as learned into previous example, we will write down dimensions of all these physical quantities. आता या अगोदरच्या आपल्या पहिल्या एक्झाम्पलमध्ये शिकल्याप्रमाणे या सर्व क्वांटिटीचे डायमेन्शन्स आपण या इक्वेशनमध्ये ठेवू. सो दी डायमेन्शन्स ऑफ प्रेशर, तर हे न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करण्यासाठी आपल्या सगळ्यांना या सर्व फिजिकल क्वांटिटीचे डायमेन्शन्स ऑलरेडी लर्न पाहिजेत. सो डायमेन्शन्स ऑफ प्रेशर आर इक्वल टू L raised to power -1, M raised to power 1, T raised to power -2, which is equals to K into, so here D is density, so dimensions of density are L raised to power -3 into M raised to power 1, T raised to power 0 raised to power x. Now height is nothing but our first fundamental quantity, length. So its dimensions are L1, M0, T0 raised to power y, and finally g is acceleration due to gravity. So its dimensions are L1, M0, T-2 raised to power z. Now again using the formula, a raised to power n whole raised to power m is equals to a raised to power n into m. So या ठिकाणी l raised to power -3 whole raised to power x आहे, तर याचं सोल्युशन काय येईल, तर याचं सोल्युशन येईल l raised to power, इथे n च्या जागी -3 आहे, m च्या जागी x आहे. सो या दोघांचं सोल्युशनमध्ये l चा पॉवर म्हणजे या दोघांचं मल्टिप्लिकेशन असेल. दिस विल बी -3 into x, that is equals to L raised to power -3x. सो अशा पद्धतीने आपण या सर्व टर्म्सचे डायमेन्शन्स आता रीराईट करू. सो नाव दिस विल बी इक्वल्स टू K into L raised to power -3 into x, L raised to power -3x, M raised to power 1 into x, so L raised to power x, T raised to power 0 into x is 0. Now similarly L raised to power 1 into y, L raised to power y, M raised to power 0 into y, so 0 into y is 0, T raised to power 0 into y, so T raised to power 0. Now again L raised to power 1 whole raised to power z is L raised to power 1 into z, so 1 into z is z, M raised to power 0 into z, 0 into z is 0, and T raised to power -2 into z is -2z. Now we will add the powers of common bases. So this will be K raised to power L raised to power, here the power of L is -3x into, so इथे L raised to power -3x आणि L raised to power y यांचा गुणाकार आहे, म्हणजेच त्यांच्या पॉवरची काय होईल, ॲडिशन होईल. सो -3x प्लस y प्लस z. नाव सिमिलरली m रेस्ट टू पॉवर, इथे m चा पॉवर आहे x, इथे पॉवर आहे 0 आणि इथे पॉवर आहे 0. सो m रेस्ट टू पॉवर x प्लस 0 प्लस 0. सिमिलरली t रेस्ट टू पॉवर, here the power of t is 0 plus here is 0 and here is -2z, plus into minus is minus, so this is -2z. Whereas dimensions on left hand side are, the dimensions on left hand side are L raised to power -1, M raised to power 1, T raised to power -2. So as learned from the principle of dimensional homogeneity, तर आपण डायमेन्शनच्या पहिल्या युसेजमध्ये शिकल्याप्रमाणे ही इक्वेशन जर करेक्ट असेल तर याच्या दोन्ही बाजूला डायमेन्शन्स हे सारखे असायला पाहिजेत. सो लेट अस इक्वेट डायमेन्शन्स ऑन बोथ साइड्स. सो हियर यू कॅन सी दॅट the dimensions of t on right hand side are 0 plus 0 minus 2z, means this is t raised to power minus 2z, whereas dimensions of time on right hand side are minus 2, and for correctness of this equation these two dimensions must be same. So for equating these dimensions, ही या इक्वेशनच्या करेक्टनेस करता त्याच्या दोन्हीही बाजूला डायमेन्शन्सचे जे पॉवर्स आहेत फंडामेंटल डायमेन्शनचे ते समान असायला पाहिजेत. दॅट्स वाय इक्वेटिंग द पॉवर ऑफ LMT ऑन बोथ साइड्स वी गेट हियर देर इज minus 2z. This minus 2z must be equals to, on left hand side power of t is minus 2, so this is minus 2. So this minus minus plus 2 cancel, we get z is equals to 1. So we get power of z as 1, value of z as 1. Now we will equate the dimensions of mass. So you can see here the dimensions of mass are x plus 0 plus 0, that is m raised to power x. M raised to power x plus 0 will give us m raised to power x, whereas here the dimensions of m are m raised to power 1. So equating these two we get x is equals to 1. So this is our second unknown. So we get x is equals to 1 and z is equals to 1. So now we will equate the dimensions of length. So on right hand side dimensions of length are minus 3x plus y plus z. On left hand side it is equals to minus 1. So now put value of z and x in this equation. So x is 1, so 3 into minus 3 into 1 plus y as it is plus z is 1 is equals to minus 1. So this is minus 3 plus minus 3 plus 1 plus y is equals to minus 1. So this minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2 plus y is equals to minus 1. Now this minus 2 when brought to this side will become plus 2. So we get y is equals to minus 1 plus 2. So this is y is equals to 1. So from this analysis we get the values of x, y and z as x is equals to 1, y is equals to 1 and z is equals to 1. Let us put these values into our equation 1. So we get pressure is equals to k times of d raised to power x means 1, h raised to power y means 1, g raised to power z means 1. So we get P is equals to k into DHG. कारण ज्यावेळी पॉवर 1 असतो त्यावेळी नाही दिला तरी चालतो. दॅट्स वाय वी गेट प्रेशर इज इक्वल्स टू k into D into H into G, where k is constant, D is density, H is height and G is acceleration due to gravity. From experiments we find that the value of this k in SI system is 1. So pressure is equals to DHG. This is how by using the dimensional analysis we can find out relation between the different physical quantities involved in a physical phenomenon. So this is all about the applications of dimensional analysis. Before this video we learned 2 applications. The link of these videos are given into description box. Here we complete the 3rd application. So for more learning on this chapter measurement, keep watching next video. Till then, thank you.